1982, you're coming here to begin your project, reducing the endangered animals.
Right.
Yeah.
Especially endangered primates.
Yeah.
So, and we confiscated a lot of primates from an illegal trade. And we started now with breeding programs.
Yeah.
And I hope that we can release offspring. It means as the animals are born at the center back to the wild.
What makes you love this job and want to follow it for a long time?
You know, Vietnam is a very rich country on biodiversity and nature, but unfortunately all wildlife under big trouble, and the population reduced, and they are going to extinct. And on one of the first place are the primates. The primates are under big trouble in Vietnam, and this is the reason that we start with a primate project here to preserve these animals for the future. We have one list with 25 primate species, the world's most endangered primates. So, and five species on this list are belong to Vietnam. It means 20% of the world's most endangered primates exist in Vietnam. So it means it needs a lot of effort and conservation work to preserve these animals for our future.
Yeah, I know that you work as a rescuing the endangered primates center here.
Yes.
Exactly what is your task every day?
This is difficult to say because nearly every day is different. Normally we have in several provinces we have a good and close contact to forest protection authorities. Then we get the information, and then every work stops. So then on the first place, then we have to go there and try to rescue this animal, bring it back to the center, and have to take care for health of the animal, because very often the animals on a trade in a really critical situation.
How do you feel about Vietnam? How do you feel about the country that you are working here?
Of course, after such a long time, it is like my own country now. Yeah. And of course, I feel very close related to Vietnamese and to the country, and also I think I cannot stop our work or my work and should continue. Yeah, here we have, for example, you can see this Delacour langus. This is also one of the world's rarest primate species. And this species occurs also in Cúc Phương National Park and the surrounding areas. It occurs only in Vietnam, nowhere else in the world, in a very small area here in northern Vietnam.
Tilo, what is that? What is that tree?
Yeah, this
For feeding?
These are for feeding.
Yeah.
All our langurs here, these are leaf-eating monkeys.
Yeah. Okay. Hello. How many primates and is this cage?
We have here only. This is one couple.
One couple?
One couple, red shank diggling goose.
Yeah.
This species occurs only in Vietnam and in Laos.
Yeah.
And
wow. So you feed them every day?
Of course, 3 times every day, not only 1 time. You have breakfast, lunch, and dinner.
This is the male.
This is a male, and this is a female. Yes.
Oh. Can you just?
Yeah. But careful.
They like it?
Yeah. something like it.
Why don't we return this couple back to the natural environment?
Because we have no safe area in the moment. The hunting pressure is very high, and you see the animals are very.
We can put them into that natural forest. There.
But there are animals already. So, and we have not possibilities now to make more semi-wild areas. And on the end, the semi-wild area is also only captivity. It is nice, but it's only captivity. But the animals should return to the wild, to the natural habitat. So, but this can be only happen if the natural habitat is safe. If you have no hunting, you see, if you put this animal back to the wild, you know, it's very easy to hunt. Then somebody will come and catch it, and then we lose it.
So it means that we still keeping it in the cage like this.
Yeah, we have no other possibilities. We have to keep it in the cage.
If you keep that in the cage, they don't have the natural environment to fit well, to grow up well.
Yeah, this is the problem, and this is also a long procedure. First, we keep it in the cage because we have not so many semi-wild areas. Then we try to put it on a semi-wild area, and then we can release it to the nature.
What do you think about the awareness of the people?
It's increased, but it's increased very, very slowly. And we have to do more that is increased faster, because the wild population of all animals, not only primates, also other animals, they decrease very fast.
So the only solution is just when the people awareness is high enough to let them come back with the natural environment. So it means take a long time.
The awareness should be, the awareness should be so high that nobody hunt animals, nobody used wildlife meat in restaurants to eat wildlife or to use wildlife for traditional medicine. And then we have a safe habitat, and all the animals can stay in the forest because the animals all belong to the forest.
So how many primates do our center rescue every month?
In an average, for several years now, we got in average one animal a month. So, and every month one animal in average, this is actually a very, very high number, because many animals are also not rescued. Many animals are hunted, many animals are disappear somewhere under the table and used for meat or for medicine, and only one animal rescued per month is a very, very high number. And not all rescued animals survived because they are in a very bad condition. They have very horrible injuries.
In our centers, how many primates is here, and where do they come from?
Now we have roughly 150 individuals, and all our founder animals are confiscated from an illegal trade. So
exactly which regions of Vietnam do they come from?
In the whole country.
So in Vietnam, do you find any safe forests or any places that we can return all of the primates into the wildlife?
Yeah, since more than 10 years now, we work with one nature reserve close to Cúc Phương National Park, and there we just started last year to release some of our Delacour langurs to this nature reserve, and this should continue, and this is a safe place. But we worked 10 years on this to make this place safe.
Exactly, what is the name of me here?
This is Van Long Nature Reserve. This is a place only for one species. So, but all other animals needs also a safe place. So, and you see, it takes a lot of manpower, a lot of money, and a lot of time to improve the protection for such an area.
What did you do to make the forest become safe for the environment, for them to live?
To make one area safe, it needs, we have to start with law enforcement. We have also actually quite good laws in Vietnam, but the law enforcement is very weak. And the second point, it needs also awareness for the people around the protected area. And they should also support the protection work. And this is a very long way.
When do the endangered primates rescue center was born?
We started 93. We confiscated the first 2 animals, and after a short time, we confiscate more and more, and then actually the idea comes up to establish the rescue center. It was in the beginning not the goal of the project to start with the rescue center.
Where does this idea come from, and who is the owner of this center?
We are actually one department, something like a department from a national park, but the project runs by a German organization, by Frankfurt Zoological Society.
Yeah. Where's the fund to support the center?
Actually, all our funds come from abroad, from our organization and from other conservation organizations, and from donations from zoos and other sponsors.
Until now, it means from 1990 years until now, nearly 20 years. And during that time, do we have to face up with any difficulty from the center?
Actually, in the center, of course, we have problems with the space, because the monkeys breed very well. We extend the center over the years many times, and but in general, the work at the center runs very well. Difficulties we have sometimes with the bureaucratic arrangement for the project. There are some bureaucratic hurdles. The problem is administration on several levels are sometimes not aware about the need of conservation in Vietnam. And this creates some problems and very often long discussion about the work.
Can you estimate it until from the time we established the center, how many primates that we did rescue?
Oh, several hundreds primates, and more than 150 animals of endangered species are born at the center. This is a really high number, and it shows also that we need to protect natural environment to release animals back to the wild. The center cannot grow more and more and more.
What do you think about the illegal hunting in Vietnam?
The illegal hunting and the extraction of wildlife in Vietnam is immense. It is unbelievable. It is very, very high. And we have numbers that is that roughly nearly 100 tons wildlife confiscated every year. 100 tons. And this is probably only 10 or 20% from the whole amount of wildlife extracted from Vietnam. Of course, also some animals come also from Laos and Cambodia through illegal import. But this is a very, very high number. And if we cannot stop this, I think in the next future, Vietnam will lose many, many species.
How can we make people to be awareness about preservation? And from the center, what will we do?
No, the center alone cannot do this for the whole country.
Yeah.
It should be also a government system to raise awareness about the people. It means it needs more information about the laws. It needs more information about the value of the nature. This should be taught also at schools, so that the children should know this also. And also a very important point is the law enforcement. The laws should be strict enforced. And it should be clear that hunting is a criminal activity. And a hunter who hunt endangered animal, whatever, primate also, he should be strict punished, and on the end, the best in the best education to put him to the prison. You know.
I can see how passionate that you do for this job. Very long time here. Have you ever think about someday that you will retire and give back this money for the next generation to help you to preserve the wild animals?
Of course, I cannot do the job forever, and we should also think how to continue.
Yeah.
And of course, it's the best way actually if the Vietnamese can continue, because the Vietnamese, of course, they have it is Vietnamese country, and they have a close relationship to the country, and they should take care for their own country, and not. I think it's not the way that only foreigners come to Vietnam, take care for Vietnam. Vietnamese should do this, and we need young people with good knowledge about conservation and about wildlife, and to continue this work. This is very important.
Is there any possibility that the fund for the center will be stopped?
No, I think we can continue the funding for the center, to run for the center, and we can continue also this with money from abroad. But actually, we need also support from Vietnam, support from Vietnamese government, also financial support, financial and personnel support to run this center, because this is actually Vietnamese responsibility to run this center, and not responsibility for foreign organization. Of course, we can help now, but for the long-term run, Vietnam should take this, so that that is on the end the Vietnamese responsibility to take care for their own nature.
So you also stay in this forest also? In this
Yes. This is our house, and here we stay, very close to our work.
This is the lady that you told remains in your...
Yes, this is our lady.
Okay. It's very fascinating, interesting to meet you and your wife here. But I just wonder that how can you meet each other?
It is so long ago, nearly I don't remember. It's 20 years ago already.
Yeah, January this year. Tilo came here for the work, and by accident we met in Hanoi.
Yeah.
And when I was started the student time, I was working at the souvenir shop first, and I met him there.
Yeah.
And
Is it the love at the first sight?
no. Từ năm 93 thì bọn Hiền cũng đã quý mến nhau rồi. Thì cũng chỉ nói chuyện với bố mẹ là bạn thôi, chứ còn không dám báo cáo là có cái tình cảm nó sâu nặng hơn. Thế từ năm 97 thì mình tốt nghiệp xong rồi mình đi làm. Thì lúc đấy mình chính thức mình thưa chuyện với bố mẹ là chúng con muốn tiến tới hôn nhân. Thì thực sự là lúc đấy gia đình cũng như là họ hàng phản đối rất là quyết liệt. Thế nên là mình cũng bằng tình cảm của mình thì mình xác định là mình yêu quý công việc, và thực sự là mình yêu quý người đàn ông đấy thì mình có thể từ bỏ. Và mình hy vọng là tất nhiên khi mình đi thì mình hy vọng bố mẹ sẽ đến lúc nào đấy hiểu mình. Đến năm 2000 thì bố mẹ cũng đồng ý. Thế thì lúc đấy mới làm đăng ký kết hôn. Thì của bọn Hiền thực tế là cũng chưa tổ chức đám cưới giống như kiểu Việt Nam mình, mà chỉ là ăn hỏi. Thế nên mà cũng thật sự là cũng chưa in thiếp để mà gọi là báo hỉ. Chỉ có là bố mẹ đồng ý về thưa chuyện với cả bên họ nội họ ngoại các thứ, thì cô dì chú bác đồng ý thì làm bữa cơm thôi, chứ còn cũng chưa có một cái gì là được đám cưới theo kiểu Việt Nam. Nhưng mà với mình thì không có gì là quan trọng lắm.
What do you love?
Actually, I love the work, what we done, what we carry. That is very good meaning for Vietnam. I mean, for us it's really, but never is finished the interesting thing. Even we have to face difficulties or we are success, or the animal rescue, one pass the injury or newborn or something. But destiny, we met each other, 2,000 million thing idea come out together. We spit out together and we have the same solution to solve the problem. And the thing that is it make us touch together. And of course every day 10,000 kisses like German people, you know.
Is in some days that she want to have a better life. Do you think that you will stop the job and have her to a better life in the city?
Better life?
Yeah.
I don't know.
It is the best.
I don't know. We don't think about a better life. I mean, of course we have a lot, sometimes also a lot problems or with our work, but actually it is our life, and we don't look for another life or for a better life.
Thank you very much for sharing the story together with us about your work, your life, your family, everything. Before we finish the program, can we send a message to the viewer together with me?
Yes.
Are you ready?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. 1, 2, 3.
Hãy cùng tôi yêu Việt Nam và thiên nhiên Việt Nam.
Yeah, it's good. Yeah, Vietnamese is quite perfect. We have also the souvenir to give you. This is a souvenir.
Wow.
Okay. For you. Yeah.
Wow.
You like it?
Yeah. It looks
Yes. Yeah. The primates is on your shoulder. Yeah.
Yes.
Thank you very much, and we hope that you will remember about this program, Vietnam
Sure.
in my heart. Yeah.
Yes.